So, guys, as many of us know it, that in December, the EFF will be going to its elective conference. And looking on social media, it looks like the supporters of the EFF are happy and cannot wait for this year's elective conference. They are hyped up about this year's elective conference. Even the branches of the EFF, they are hyped up about this year's elective conference. And me, guys, personally, I think this year's elective conference of the EFF is going to be a referendum on the leadership of the EFF. I think they are going to look at the elections to say, you guys actually failed the economic freedom fighters. Many people argued that the EFF would go from 10% maybe to 15%. Some people actually argued that the EFF will go from 10% maybe to 20%, but the EFF declined. They went from 10% to 9%. And honestly, most of it actually has to do with the emergence of Umkhonto weSizwe Party. So I think the branches of the EFF are going to make it clear to the leadership of the EFF that, guys, honestly, you guys have failed the party because the party did not perform as expected. Many of us thought that the party right now would be competing with the Democratic Alliance, but it looks like the Democratic Alliance has opened a huge gap with the economic freedom fighters. So, guys, it's going to be quite interesting to see the names that are going to be called. It's going to be interesting to see who will be leading the EFF after this year's elective conference. I mean, even Julius Malema himself came out to say that, guys, I am going to listen to the branches of the EFF. If the branches of the EFF, they want me to serve there, they no longer want me to be the president of the party, I am going to listen to the branches of the EFF. This is what Julius Malema has actually said. But, guys, over the weekend, there were rumors that were circulating on social medias, and these rumors actually caught fire. These rumors were spread by Sunday World and the City Press. So Sunday World and City Press are actually insinuating that the EFF has banned Dr. Ndlozi from this year's elective conference. So this is how the front pages of those media houses look like. You see here, EFF bans Ndlozi from elective conference. This is Sunday World. And the City Press says that Ndlozi banned from the EFF summit. So many of us were actually waiting to hear from the EFF. Is this true or is it a lie? Because I thought that if these rumors are a lie, then the EFF would actually come out to say that no, the mainstream media is lying. We have not banned Ndlozi from the elective conference. But as things stand, it looks like the City Press and Sunday World might actually be onto something, because the EFF has not responded to these rumors of a Sunday World and the City Press. So why is the EFF not responding to these rumors of Sunday World and the EFF? And these rumors are going to be very consequential, especially coming to the elective conference of the EFF. The supporters of the EFF, they are quite concerned about these rumors that are circulating around. People are saying, why is the EFF not coming around with a statement to make it clear that these people are telling lies? It looks like the EFF has decided to stand back to say, okay, we are going to let these rumors catch fire. We are going to let people assume. So right now, I think it is fair to assume that these publications are telling the truth, because the EFF has not come out to actually say that these people are telling lies. So I was on social media, man, trying to look where the supporters of the EFF are, to look at what these people are actually thinking. So many of them have actually argued that this actually might have to do with the interview that Floyd Shivambu did last week. You remember, after Floyd Shivambu was selected, not elected, as the Secretary General of the Umkhonto weSizwe Party, Floyd Shivambu went to a couple of media houses and he actually did interviews. But on this interview that he did with the SABC, this is what Floyd Shivambu actually said about his relationship with Dr. Ndlozi. So some of the EFF supporters, they actually believe that Ndlozi being banned from the elective conference actually has to do with what Floyd Shivambu said on this interview.
Mbuyiseni is my brother, like in a true sense of brotherhood. My relationship with Mbuyiseni is not political relationship in J. It's a brotherhood relationship which has been there for more than 20 years now. So, like, you can imagine that he is not 40 yet, and I'm just 41 years old now, so if we have had the relationship for 20 years and a very trusting relationship, he's my brother, but he holds his own political views in terms of how we should handle some of these issues. I'll give you an example that when we were campaigning for the 2024 general elections, we had given a political guidance that there must not be any attack of leaders and political engagements between the EFF and Umkhonto weSizwe, that because we potentially are going to have unity. But at some stage, he saw it fit to take a platform and delegitimize President Zuma based on what he could not do when he was the head of state and president.
For 20 years, Zuma was in government as a deputy president, as an MEC, as a president of this country. What is Jacob Zuma going to do that he did not do when he was a president? Wena gogo, mauna 80, ngekuthola umsebenzi.
I don't claim ownership of Komisambu is saying I will never claim ownership of his ideological direction or politics, but we've worked together for the longest time. We disagree on some of the issues, the technical issues, but ideologically we're almost always aligned in terms of what is to be done. The issue is to how do we do that differently.
So it looks like Floyd Shivambu wants to destroy the EFF once and for all. You remember last time Floyd Shivambu actually said that some of the leaders of the EFF, they knew that he was going to leave the party, and some of the leaders of the EFF actually begged him not to tell Julius Malema that they knew that he was going to leave the party. And Floyd Shivambu knows that right now Julius Malema hates him. He knows that right now the supporters of the EFF, they are not fond of him. So for him to actually go out on the mainstream media to show this love from Ndlozi, that is actually creating problems for the EFF. That is creating problems for the EFF, because the EFF is going to look at Ndlozi sideways to say that how is it possible that the guy who has betrayed this party is now on national television speaking so highly of you? So what is the connection between Floyd Shivambu and Dr. Ndlozi? Why is this guy that has betrayed the party speaking so highly of you? So some of the supporters of the EFF, they actually think that maybe this actually comes from this interview that Floyd Shivambu did, that I love Ndlozi, he's my brother. How can you say all of these things when you know that Ndlozi is still inside the EFF? How can you say all of these things when you know it for a fact that Julius Malema has actually expressed his disdain for Ndlozi? I think right now it is fair to say that Julius Malema does not want Ndlozi inside the EFF. He has actually expressed it time and time again. He has attacked the wife of Ndlozi. He has attacked the fact that Ndlozi said nothing when the party was under attack. So Julius Malema, he has made it very clear that he's not quite happy with Dr. Ndlozi, and he actually thinks that Dr. Ndlozi is one of the people that is going to leave the party. You remember, I think it's last week when Julius Malema actually tweeted about there are two people that are left to leave the EFF, and one of them actually sings very beautifully. So people were saying, okay, if you are going to talk about people singing very beautiful, then you must talk about Ndlozi. So people believe that Julius Malema thinks that Ndlozi is another person that is going to leave the party. But when it comes to another person, Julius Malema was quite vague about the next person that is going to leave the party. So people are just trying to add 1 + 1, because the party is actually not doing them any favors. The party is not saying anything about these rumors that are circulating that the EFF has actually banned Dr. Ndlozi from its elective conference. But looking at how Julius Malema has been towards Ndlozi, I am not surprised. If these rumors were actually to be proved true, I would not be surprised that the EFF has decided to ban Dr. Ndlozi from the elective conference, because Julius Malema has actually made it very clear that he's not happy about Dr. Ndlozi being part of the EFF. He has actually made it very clear. So Right now, I think the party actually needs to do everybody a favor to come out to say that, guys, Sunday World and City Press are telling the lies. There is no way that the party is going to ban Dr. Ndlozi from the elective conference, or maybe to come out to say that, guys, Sunday World and City Press, we don't know where they actually got these rumors, but they are actually telling the truth. We have actually banned Dr. Ndlozi from attending the elective conference of the EFF because we believe that Dr. Ndlozi is the way he's so close with Floyd Shivambu, it is a problem to the economic freedom fighters. Maybe this is how they are actually looking at this thing, that okay, this person, his proximity with Floyd Shivambu is actually a concern to us, because we know what Floyd Shivambu did to the party. We know what the likes of Advocate Dalimpofu did to the party. We know what the likes of Busiswe Mkhobane did to the party, and we are going to treat this thing of Ndlozi with a caution. So even right now, the supporters of the EFF, they are quite concerned. Everybody doesn't even know what is happening because the party is refusing to come out with a statement to make it clear that, guys, these rumors are true or these rumors are a lie.
With the EFF's third National People's Assembly set to take place in December, rumours have circulated of the alleged banning of EFF MP and former spokesperson Ndlozi. Political analyst Dr. Levi Ndlozi says that although there is no finite confirmation of such, this could be an effort from certain leadership factions within the party to remain in control.
It creates a perception that there could be some elements of wanting to manage succession in an unfair manner, and which some would describe it as undemocratic. And when a party, and some people will point fingers at a party and say it appears to be undemocratic, that has its own dire implications on the party.
Some believe that Ndlozi is being targeted due to his close relationship with former EFF Deputy President Floyd Shivambu,
Of course.
who left the party in August this year.
At the heart of what could be happening in the EFF are issues that will relate to the proximity of Ndlozi to Floyd Shivambu. And of course, the news that came out, we seek to suggest that Ndlozi and others knew about the departure of Floyd Shivambu some days back, could be the one that has created a situation where the leadership of the EFF could feel that Ndlozi could not be trusted.
The last few months have seen the
So this is the tweet that I was talking about. I'm happy that SABC showed this tweet. You see here, it says that only two more of your favorites remain, and the list will be finalized. So Julius Malema seems to think that the MK party now is left with the two people inside the EFF. And after those two people leave the EFF, then the list will be finalized. No one will actually be going to the EFF anymore. So he says that they sing beautifully and are always willing to post pictures and sign roll calls. But remember, their souls are long gone. To prevent any further potential hurt, it is crucial to heed the guidance of the leadership. We remain standing and are not going anywhere under a criminal syndicate. So a criminal syndicate, I guess it is Umkhonto weSizwe Party. So people were actually looking at this line. They sing beautifully. So this one, they sing beautifully. So people actually said, okay, this is Dr. Ndlozi because he is the one who always sings, and the guy can actually sing.
EFF bleed red, as many of its prominent figures have jumped ship and gone to what they believe to be greener pastures. Dr. Ndlozi believes this conference may be an opportunity for the party to reassess and build momentum.
These are the issues that, in my view, have the potential to test the character of the party in challenging times like this one. And it's also a moment in which the leadership of the party has to rise above all the petty differences and focus on ensuring that there is party cohesion and the party remains relevant to the South African body politic.
The EFF is set to begin their third National People's Assembly from the 12th of December until the 15th. It will take place at Nasrec Expo Centre in Johannesburg. The SABC has reached out for a response from the EFF, but no response has been received by the time of this broadcast. Zara Groenewald, SABC News, Johannesburg.
So, after Professor Ndlozi made that assessment, the SABC actually went on social media they actually did a post saying that, okay, Dr. Ndlozi thinks that the EFF needs to be clear, especially to its supporters, about all of these rumors that are spread around. I think he thinks that the EFF supporters are actually concerned about what is happening. Some people actually love Dr. Ndlozi. A lot of EFF supporters, they actually love Dr. Ndlozi. So when rumors like this are actually out and the EFF says nothing, it is a concern to the supporters of the EFF. It is a concern to the supporters of Dr. Ndlozi. So this post was actually about that video clip that we just saw right now. The SAB says that political analyst Dr. Ndlozi says the EFF should provide reasons to its supporters for allegedly barring senior party member Dr. Ndlozi from attending the party's elective conference in December. So this is what everybody actually wants, the EFF to come out to say, yes, it is true, we have banned Dr. Ndlozi, or to say, no, the mainstream media has always been against the EFF. These people are simply trying to sow divisions inside the EFF. So this is what people actually want, the EFF to come out and to make it clear what is actually happening with Dr. Ndlozi. So it looks like the new water carrier of Julius Malema did not take this very well, that the SABC had a conversation with Dr. Ndlozi to talk about what is happening inside the EFF and these allegations that are flying around, that Dr. Ndlozi has actually been banned from attending the elective conference. So this is Sina Wotambo, apparently the new water carrier for Julius Malema. He says that the EFF is not representative of individual interest and does not answer to nonsense. The EFF is not representative of individual interest and does not answer to nonsense. It's a pathetic question that does not come from the EFF membership, and the EFF owes no one any answer for tabloid gossip. So Sinawatambo actually thinks that the EFF doesn't owe anybody, despite thousands and thousands of the EFF supporters saying that, guys, we need clarity on this issue of Dr. Ndlozi. Sinawatambo thinks that, no, the EFF does not have to answer anybody. They don't have to answer anybody. These rumors can come out. It doesn't matter if these rumors are out or not. The EFF owes nobody an explanation. I think this is a wrong take. He continues to say that if anybody said anything around the state of the membership outside of the official communication of the EFF, then they must confirm or deny. The EFF is too big to be turned into a PR company of individuals. The EFF is too big to be turned around into a PR company of individuals. Those who fed you what you are reporting must feed you explanations for it. So he thinks that the Sunday World and City Press are the ones that actually must give the supporters of the EFF explanations why they said what they actually said. The SABC had a whole segment on gossip and quotes unverified sources like a Shwashwi Media. The SABC had a whole segment on gossip and quotes unverified sources like a Shwashwi Media. So he says that the SABC now has been turned into a gossip or into a tabloid because they've had a whole segment talking about something that the EFF has never even confirmed or denied. He says that the poor and reflective of vested anti-EFF interest at the public broadcast. So you can see that on this post, Sinawatambo, the new water carrier of Julius Malema, seems to address the fact that the SABC was having a conversation with Dr. Levin Doe about these allegations. He is not addressing the allegations. This is what you actually need to pay attention to. He is not addressing the allegations that Dr. Ndlozi has been banned from attending the elective conference. He is talking about the people that are talking about these allegations that are going around. He is not addressing the core issue. And I think this was actually a perfect time for him to actually come out to say the SABC, City Press, Sunday World, you guys are just the mainstream media and you are irrelevant. You are talking nonsense. Dr. Ndlozi is not going anywhere. I think it was a perfect platform, but he actually saw it fit to actually attack the SABC and the fact that the SABC had a segment about these allegations that are actually going around instead of addressing the allegations itself. So let's go through the comment sections and see how the fighters are actually responding to the new water carrier of Julius Malema attacking the SABC for actually having a segment on this. So you can see the comment says that, so now I'm a full member of the EFF and many other fighters agree with me when I say you need to clarify matters. What is happening with Dr. Ndlozi? We need you to be transparent with us. This would also instill confidence in the people we are trying to recruit. So now I'm a full member of the EFF and many other fighters agree with me when I say you need to clarify the matters. What is happening with Dr. Ndlozi? We need you to be transparent with us. This would also instill confidence in the people we are trying to recruit. So the fighters are saying, okay, so now please do not stop addressing the SABC and these matters. Can you actually talk about what is happening with Dr. Ndlozi? Can you talk about these rumors of Dr. Ndlozi being banned from the elective conference of the EFF? So the other person says that you can see this level of arrogance will give EFF 2%. This level of arrogance will give EFF 2%. And Edgar says that, bro, the EFF must just give clarity to the issue. You can't blue tick it forever. Ndlozi is bigger than Floyd. Many people voted for the EFF because of him. What you guys are doing is not right. Protect the image of Dr. Ndlozi. Defend your own. So guys, these are EFF supporters. So you can see Sabelo says that the EFF is led by people who are behaving like 5-year-old kids. So these comments are actually not in favor of Sinawatambo and what he was actually trying to do. You can see Prasa Puta says that, I honestly fail to understand the reasoning Tambo is putting up here. This might as well be the end of the alleged superior logic CIC claimed the EFF had. In 1X, he implied that it is correct, but Dr. Ndlozi must accept the party's discipline. On X, he is distancing the organization. They banned the guy without political reasons, only jealous. They banned Dr. Ndlozi for political reasons, and they banned him without political reasons, but only the jealous. So another comment says that you are promoting nonsense. The EFF must give clarity in this matter. Otherwise, it runs a risk of setting wrong precedent for the banning members from conferences just because they pose a threat of winning elections. So some of these people actually believe that the EFF has banned Dr. Ndlozi because some of the leaders inside the EFF, they are scared of Dr. Ndlozi and how popular Dr. Ndlozi is. Let's look at the two more comments and we'll actually go to another post that I think it was very interesting. He says that another guy with a profile of the EFF, I'm trying to read people with the profiles of the EFF. He says that, did Ndlozi say anything? When you put it as if he spoke anything, I don't know where they get it from. So meaning that, guys, you are also annoying. Why are you not addressing the matters? So it says that, So Neo says that as an EFF ground force, I'll never question my organization. As long as I don't see a statement from the EFF official pages, I'm good. I'll never be distracted by the people who want to fight their personal battles by using us. I am loyal to the organization. This is a true fighter. This is a true fighter. So Tapelo says that wait until Malema treats you the same. Ask Floyd. You don't know him, Chana. You think you do. Trust me. You don't know Julius Malema. Wait until Julius Malema treats you the same way that he's treating Dr. Ndlozi. Ask Floyd Shivambu about Julius Malema. You think you know Julius Malema, but trust me. You don't know Julius Malema. So these are the comments inside the post of Sinawotemba, the new water carrier of Julius Malema, like, because he failed to actually address the issue that has been spoken about. Instead, he decided to address the fact that the SABC and people like us are actually talking about these rumors that are circulating around. So there is a post that I saw. It was quite interesting, and this is a comment to one of Sinawo Tambo's post, and it says that, Sinawo, please take a deep breath. It is not Dr. Ndlozi who told the media whatever you are insinuating. Sit down and defend the organization without insulting and throwing dirty mud at our favorite Dr. Ndlozi. If you have a problem, call Dr. Ndlozi and sort it out. Sinawo Tambo, please take a deep breath. It is not Ndlozi who told the media of whatever you are insinuating. Sit down and defend the organization without insulting and throwing the mud at our favorite doctor. If you have a problem with Dr. Ndlozi, you can call him and actually sort it out. And this was the response that Sinawo Tambo actually gave to this guy who was actually saying that, man, can you please take a deep breath? What you are doing right now, you are not doing EFF any favor. If anything, you are actually chipping away of the credibility of the EFF. So Sinawo Tambo says that our organization cannot be dragged through the mud daily in your name, and you keep quiet as if you have no capacity to talk. Silence at times becomes complicity. I love him too, but I love the EFF. So Sinawo Tambo actually wants Dr. Ndlozi to come out to say that these people are telling lies, without the EFF coming out to say that these people are telling lies. So this is where the EFF is right now. This is where the EFF is right now, and I think it is unfair for Sinawo Tambo to say that silence at times means complicity, because Ndlozi over the days, he has actually posted that he actually loves the EFF. He has posted the flags of the EFF. We are not going anywhere. All of those things. Ndlozi has actually posted those things. So I think Ndlozi on his side, he has actually made it clear that I love the EFF, but the EFF is the one who has actually never came out to say that we love Dr. Ndlozi. So guys, I think because this is a developing story, we are going to keep a very close eye on what is happening with Dr. Ndlozi and the economic freedom fighters. And guys, please tell me what you think on the comment section. Don't forget to hit that like button, and the most important part is subscribe. My name is Thomas Mabaso. I will see you next time. Bye bye.